Hello, everyone. We are live. What is up, Hexicans, Hexican Space Force, everybody out there. This is a really cool stream. Can't wait to bring it to you. I'm like so pumped right now. We got four female Hexicans from, I believe, 4 different countries, 3 different continents. How cool is this going to be? Let's see here. Just real quick, I believe actually we actually have Nomad on, which is awesome. I was going to say in the description of the YouTube video, all of their Twitter accounts are there. So, feel free to follow them along. And, that's part of the whole family that we got going on here. Let's see. Hexican Native, what's up? Spike, what's up? Crypto Butler, what's up? All right, they're starting to stream in here. So, without further ado, let's bring in our awesome panel. You.
Yeah, hey everybody.
Hi.
What is up, the Women of HEX? How are y'all doing today?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. Oh, wow. Hi, guys.
This is like a truly,
oh my god.
Yeah, this is like a truly worldwide stream we got going on right now. So we got like Australia, Europe, and North America represented. This is so cool. I want to be respectful to Sammy Chica up there because it is midnight where she is, and she's doing us an awesome favor for staying up and coming on. And that's how she's doing it. Wow. But let's just go around the room real quick. Well, I guess we'll go clockwise. Start with you, Sammy. Just a quick intro. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into crypto.
All right. Hello, I'm Sam. I started getting into crypto in about the end of 2017, right before that massive bull run. Just research on it, and I wanted to get in for a long time, and finally got around to just googling how can I get in. I finally found an exchange, and I got on, and that was about end of October, and then like right before my eyes, I just put in some money in. I couldn't believe it. I was making like $1,000 a day, and I was like, wow, this is going crazy. So, yeah, but I've been interested in a long time, but it was hard to get into here in Australia because it wasn't as big as all over the other side of the world. So my brother had got in. He actually trades gold and silver, but he said to me that he'd seen Bitcoin at 30 cents, and I'm like, wow. I said, well, you could have told me, but he didn't. Yeah, so since about the end of 2017.
Nice. So you've, I guess, seen the downs and hopefully the ups now.
Yeah, getting to know the charts and what's going on in the market, and yeah, still learning. No way would I call myself an expert, but yeah, it's quite interesting and I like it. And yeah, still learning.
Awesome. All right. HEXtotheYES.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to see all of you guys.
This
surprise, Crypto Nomad. I'm happy to see you too, girl. Huh? I actually have a really funny story for how I got into crypto. Actually, I do have somebody to probably explain this a little bit better. Hey, y'all. Surprise!
Look out.
How you going?
This was my no coiner onboarding right here. That's right.
So this is the explanation.
Listen, everybody kept saying, like, is Annette going to be on this? And I was like, girl, how great would this be? She's like, they're going to ask me how I got into crypto. And I'm going to be like, so I had to write down some rules for her. I was like, all right, so here you go. Rule number 1 about crypto, never give out my personal information, ever. So that was rule number 1, and then I kind of told her everything I knew about it, and then I released her to Hex Twitter. So So I had to join, and I got an invite to come here and go on with her. And I was like, this would be great. Okay. We got to do this. We got to do this. Surprise, Sammy!
Hello. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too. You too. And actually, guys, I definitely was a no quitter. I was like, she would tell me about this stuff. Like years ago, she tells me about Bitcoin, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. She was like very, very into crypto. I mean, to the point where we'd be talking on the phone or something. I'd set my phone down and walk away for 4 hours, and I'd come back and she'd still be talking about it. And I knew I could walk away for another hour or two, and she'd still be going. Seriously though. She tells me about Hex, and she's going, you've got to get it. You've got to check this out. I mean, and I'm like, oh gosh, here we go again. Our phone conversation that I won't be listening to. And so she starts telling me, you've got to go, while we're on the phone, she's, you've got to go and check out a Richard Hart video. And then you've got into the Twitter community and just see how amazing these people are. And she wasn't wrong. I mean, everybody here is incredible.
Absolutely. I'd say it's the best community in crypto, and like we prove it every day, kind of, it's just cool. I mean, we're so diverse and it's worldwide, and it's not just a bunch of shills. It's actually people who've researched projects and come to Hex because they see it as a better, I guess, just draw. And it's complete. It's performing as designed. It's 3 times audited. It's like how many other cryptos can offer something like that?
Right.
Yeah. Nomad, are you there? Hey, Nomad, can you hear us? All right, looks like she's frozen right now. Serena.
1 minute.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into crypto.
Sure. So I got in near the end of 2017 when it was like popular and everyone was talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency. And I bought a bunch of stuff and then it started to go up. So then I just like FOMO'd into other things and I've been holding on ever since. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And what year was that?
End of 2017.
Okay. So
yeah.
Kind of like me, kind of like at the height of the hype cycle.
Yeah, I think I heard about it, I think like October, November-ish. And then like started buying around then. So.
Awesome. Nomad, can you hear us?
Yeah, here.
All right.
Oh,
so,
God.
yeah, no, but thank you so much for joining us. Just a little bit about yourself and how you got into crypto.
Oh, wow, God. Mine is such a long story, but I'm going to try to cut it short. So basically, I used to do content creation, and I was looking for a platform that I could put out my content into. And that is how I came about the concept of Steam, which is currently Hive. And yeah, long story short, I ended up on YouTube creating video content. It was like how I got into the blockchain space and expanded.
Awesome. So that kind of leads us into the next topic I wanted to talk about, and I guess we'll go back up top to you, Sammy Chica. Perhaps, this has already been touched on in our little introduction here, but just in general, when it comes to an actual making the decision to whether or not you're going to put some money into a crypto, what is it that you look for? And, there's so much garbage out there. What makes you, finally pull the trigger on something?
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of garbage out there and stuff that's never going to go anywhere. Look, I look for stuff that moves, to be honest. Like, when I first got in, I'm like, throw a bit of money here, throw a bit of money there. And then you get to learn this moves, this doesn't. Oh, well, I'll just swap that for that. And, we're all here to make money. And I like money. So I like to see something move. And yeah, I'm interested in the tech, but I think we've got a long way to go in regards to making it the number $1 or form of payment.
Awesome. HEXtotheYES and Annette, what do y'all look for when it comes to actually pulling the trigger?
I'm not a big risk taker, and I know, like, for me, it's weird because Hex is labeled a scam and all this, but I got into Bitcoin, I want to say in like March 2017, and obviously it had a big year and then dropped way down, and now it's kind of just sitting here. And I'm a hodler by nature, so you know, I basically I got Litecoin at that time, a little bit of Ethereum, but I stuck to kind of the big brands of crypto, and I just held. You know, I got kind of burned when Charlie Lee took a shit on everybody, and I was like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!" Which then again put my faith back into Bitcoin. But the technology there now is just things and new ways to, especially if you're a hodler, to get in, which really is what drew me to Hex. By far, nothing else touches it. You know, you can put money in, and you know, my biggest frustration with Bitcoin has always been, as a hodler, like, it'll reach a certain point and then everyone dumps. And, you know, the whales are making their money and I'm sitting there just waiting for years and years and years. I mean, Hex is, honestly, it is the hodler's dream coin. I mean, you're sitting there, when you stake it, you're getting your interest every day. You know, the big payday's coming up, and I'm like, damn. My favorite thing about it is the penalties. And being a hodler, I love to see people punished for exiting early, like on their commitments. I love Hex. I love everything about it. But definitely, you know, in the price goes up, and yeah, I honestly, I feel like if people really took a look at it, everyone's, you know, scared, you know, it's going to be like some pump and dump, you know, months now. You know, there's way much more, in my personal opinion. You know, everyone's afraid of the OA, but if people catch on to what Hex actually does, that fear of the OA, you know, they're going to understand that how interest builds, and how this, in my personal belief, could be the very first crypto where the creator or whoever holds the OA, touchy subject, but can benefit without dumping it all on everybody's head. And I love that. So it makes much more sense to me. But that's my view on Hex. So if you could just repeat that one more time for me, then that would be great. I mean, how do you beat that answer?
You can't, really.
That's what I'm saying.
Basically, I will buy anything Richard Hart tells me to buy. I'll just say it like that. Anything he creates, anything he tells me, I'm going to do it. I'm loyal.
When I first told her about Richard Hex, I'm sorry, Richard Hex. Richard Hart. I had her watching some videos, and she's like, "Who the hell is this guy?" And I was like, "Isn't he great?"
Savage.
Yeah. So, and I feel like he looks out for the little man too. You know, he was excited about everyone getting their uni. You know, he knows that's a big deal to people, and you know, so
Sorry,
Yeah,
no
cool.
man.
we love you, Richard. Oh no, man.
Yeah.
She got some donations.
Hey,
Hey, Serena, let's go back to that question. What do you look for when it comes into investing in crypto?
Usually the market cap, and if there's a use case, and of course the price. And I like to check out the community and the GitHub to see if there's like anything going on and they're actually working on the project. So those are some things I like to check out. But,
yeah, one of those, you mentioned GitHub. It's great because people, talk about Ethereum, specifically Chainlink. When that comes to mind, everybody's talking about staking, and they were talking about, it was going to be May of this year. Well, it's like, no, you can kind of go into the GitHub and see that that's not anywhere near, if you can read the roadmap. And that's a very, very helpful tool. So I totally agree on that. See, Nomad, what do you look for when it comes to investing in a crypto?
Well, normally I've been around the concept of staking throughout my crypto journey. It's the same when it comes to YouTube. It was the same with Steam and Hive. So when I heard about Hex and the potential it has for stakers, for me it was a no-brainer because I'm not a trader. I don't like trading. I feel like it's such a risky, activity. And I've seen people lose their life and money in a night. So the thought of that literally scares the hell out of me. So when I heard about Hex, I knew like it was something I would be interested in. And yeah, funny enough, I was there when it was launching on day one, but I never really took part. I was just observing, and I was wondering why all these people are throwing in ads, and like, what is it that these people are seeing that I'm not seeing? So I took like a week to actually get involved with Hex. And for me, the biggest thing that I look for when it comes to investing in crypto, it mostly has to do with, is it a project that impacts my life on a daily basis? Like all the projects I'm involved in, they are integrated in some way in what I do on a daily basis. Like I enjoy to create videos. That's why I'm on YouTube. I enjoy to write. That was why I was on Steam. And yeah, for Hex, it's mostly the opportunity for passive income. So for me, creating a staking ladder and knowing I have a stable source of income for the future, that's partly why I invested in it. So basically.
Awesome. All right. Well, now we get to, I guess, a more general topic. And this came up in Discourse Syndicate last night a little bit. Just your opinion, I guess we'll start with you, Sammy, for how women are viewed in crypto, because I think it's safe to say that it's probably 90-95% dominated by men right now. But you have, say, certain factions of like the maximalist, which is where I see a lot of the female demographic hang out. Fortunately, the smarter ones are coming over to Hex, I believe. There's some in XRP, but I think there's also this kind of like bad stigma. You go on Instagram or something like that, and you have somebody taking a selfie of herself and as like some Bitcoin, influencer, and that's basically all it is like, oh, here's my picture. I think I'm pretty, but no content value there whatsoever. So that's a whole big thing there. So what's your opinion on, I guess, how women are viewed and where that direction's headed? Because I'm seeing more and more women step into crypto, and that's really exciting. Obviously, everybody here is here for a reason, and that's great. I'm so glad Hex is bringing it in.
Yeah, you're right. And I was watching Discourse today, and they were talking about how it's a bit of a sausage fest. There's so many men in crypto, and there is, but there is a few prominent females who are very intelligent, and the stuff that they post on Twitter is relevant. And, there is going to be chicks who show their tits and ass, and make money, and good for them if they're making money. I don't think that's something I would do. But yeah, I suppose it's like anything, it's like, I suppose comparing it to the army years ago in Australia, it was men dominated. It still is a bit, but there's a lot more women in it now. And I think it's becoming one of those things where more women will get involved. It's still a new thing.
All right, throw it over to Annette and HEXtotheYES. What's your take on this topic?
Well, so I'm watching the chat over here. Support that we have just for being on the stream right now is amazing. So I think that we're viewed as anybody else is viewed, if not a minority. But I mean, everybody is so supportive. Johnny Chaos over there is pointing things out. FX Studios, hey.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since we started, I mean, just the feedback in this channel is, hey, ladies, good to see everybody. So I think that it's all about how you portray yourself, how you want yourself to be viewed in the community. I mean, I'm like the least serious person in the entire world. I mean, I joke about everything, literally. So I kind of always take a funny approach to things. We had some people come on there and Hex is a shit coin. Your mom's a shit coin. I'm gonna make a meme and I'm going to put you out there. I'm going to just put it out. And it's all in fun, but at the same time, your mom's a shit coin. And I mean it seriously, but approach to things. I think it's a very serious thing. Crypto is a lot of people don't know about, but also at the same time, a lot of people do know about it. But it is a very male-dominated field. I mean, but yeah, I've gotten nothing but respect the entire time I've been in this community. I mean, people are very supportive. You've wanted to do the stream for a long time now. It's long overdue. Ladies of Hex, I mean, because there's like 5 of us, 7 of us. There's not a lot there, so I mean.
At least that are vocal.
Right. Or nip slips, whatever. Ooh, sorry.
I didn't say anything. All right.
You didn't have to. We all saw it.
Oh, I kind of agree with what she said. How you portray yourself is going to be a lot about what you get back, the responses you get back from people. I demand respect in my life, and that's in every area of my life. Strangers, coworkers, friends. I mean, people know that I can be the nicest person in the world, but also I treat people that way. I take an approach to life that way. I try to be respectful, except for if you're freaking gatekeeping and hiding things. I don't appreciate that at all.
No shade.
So, but as far as how women are viewed, I see a lot of different women in crypto, influencers. There's a market for that. There's a market for, the cute little pictures and all, but but that's what they're putting out. That's the attention that they want. That's what they're going to get. So, it all depends on how you portray yourself. I've only had a couple run-ins where I feel like someone's, been critical of me in a, I don't even know what you want to call it. I know one of the videos I posted, and I've talked about this on another live stream, but I had like a 1/4 inch of cleavage, and that was the first thing someone jumped onto. They're like, "Oh yeah, focus the camera face," and I'm like, "Dude, my face is connected to my neck, and my neck is connected to my breast. It's all connected." And I'm sorry, if you think that that's my goal, but it's not. So
you did it on purpose then?
I did, all the way. I was like, I forgot to post my Addy though. In the mix. I don't know what I was thinking.
All right, Serena, what's your opinion on women in crypto?
Yeah, so I personally have not experienced like too many mean comments or that many like rude people. So I'm okay with that. I don't really find it a problem. And if anyone's mean, I don't really care. So I'm in it to make money. So if you want to, whatever, be rude, I don't care. You have something against women in crypto, that's your problem, because Hex is going to make us all rich. So
I agree.
Agree. Cool comment by
I'll drink to that one.
cool comment by Johnny Chaos here. Serena was the first lady to make a full-length Hex supporting video when it was most unpopular to do so. Fantastic bravery that should be commended. She is fierce.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Nomad, are you there? Talk to us. We're women in crypto. What's your take on it? Hey, Nomad. Are you with us? Hey, there you go. Sorry
Can
about
you
that.
hear me?
Yeah, we can. Go for it.
Yeah, I think just like HEXtotheYES said, it really depends on what you're looking for in this space. Some people like the attention, some people want to make money, some people want to make respectable content. It really all depends on what you're looking for as an individual. When it comes to how the entire community views women, I feel like there's a lot of sexualizing, and it mostly comes from people who have anonymous accounts. Like, people talking bullshit all the time is mostly people who hide behind their keyboards, and yeah, there's a lot of bullying as well. I've seen some ladies getting bullied, and eventually they leave the space because it's just a little bit too much for them. So it's very unfortunate. We are like the minority group currently, but I feel there's a lot of room to grow because there's a lot of women developers, there's a lot of women content creators who would actually monetize their content on the blockchain given the chance. So it's really all about having an open mind and being accommodating to everybody who wants to be in the space. But yeah, we have a long way to go until then. So yeah.
All right. Well, next up on the list, I had a question, I guess, originally about your experience with the Hex community, but I think everyone kind of touched on how good the community is and answering that question specifically. So we can just
love
move
the Hex
on.
community. Amen. Right here.
Move on.
Very helpful bunch.
Move on down the topic train.
Well,
Extraordinary.
So, Sammy, when it comes to crypto, how do your colleagues, your friends, your family view it? Because I think it's kind of like it feels like to me, just in general, when I introduce somebody to it, it's like, oh, that sounds really cool, but how do I buy it? What do I do? It's so Greek to me. Yeah. So what's your, how do they view crypto in general, I guess? And if you've ever, say, shilled Hex to any of them, what's the feedback when you introduce Hex specifically?
So I did shill it a lot in 2017 to all my girlfriends, said, get on to this. And a lot of my friends are single moms, and I suppose financially they would have loved to get in at the time, but it was just something that they weren't able to financially do at the time, unfortunately. And I never really raised the issue. But yeah, I've got friends who, they're not real interested. They're like, well, I hear it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it is a bit of a landfill out there because there is a lot of scams, and you've got to be careful what you put your money into and, what information you give out there, because you can lose a lot of money fast. So I haven't really pushed it on my friends. I did get my mum in. She's 70. So, and I wanted to get into Hex, but because we're in lockdown here in Australia, and we've been in it since March, I haven't really had the opportunity to show her how to get on MetaMask and, whatnot. But hopefully after this is finished, and hopefully it's before big I can get her set up. I've got another girlfriend that's also interested. So hopefully I can get to her as well. But I think it's too hard to explain just via the phone or, messenger. I think you need to show people this is what you do. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I found it, it wasn't something easy to get into. Like, you have to do a few steps before you can go and get your HEX and then stake it or go to the AA lobby and put your F in. And, so it's quite, I find it complicated. So hopefully, yeah, I will get them in. But, yeah, crypto is not big here in Australia at all. Like, I mean, I know one guy off Twitter. He's probably watching tonight Into the Fire. He lives about half an hour away from me.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in lockdown as well. But yeah, I was really surprised to see that there was other hexes in Australia. So I thought, I might be the only one. But yeah, there's a few around. But yeah, crypto is not big at all. I don't push it. If people don't want to get in, that's their loss. You can only tell them once. If they don't want to move, that's it,
Oh, man, I was almost one of those people. I'm looking at her going, what the hell are you talking about? What is a hex? What is a hex?
A hex.
Yeah. No.
She's a good friend. She's a good friend.
Try. Try.
So how, Annette and HEXtotheYES, how do your friends and colleagues do crypto? Kind of like HEXtotheYES was there, or is it like, what the heck is this? And you were saved by Annette, thankfully.
Right. Right.
But, yeah.
She was like, you are an idiot if you don't know shit. Honestly,
Oh my God.
I was surprised to see a lot of the people that I know that were like my dad. I mean, I was shocked. I kind of brought it up in conversation, and he kind of just diarrhea of the mouth just starts going off about crypto. And I'm like, so you know about this? I mean, he even knew about Hex. Like, wait a minute. You've been holding out on me is what's going on. So I have to get in from somebody else because you're not helping me out here. Selfish. So I mean, I'm very surprised when I start to talk about this with, there's a guy at work and she's in his 70s as well. And he started talking about Bitcoin the other day, and it made my ears stand up. And I was like, hey man, come here. Let me tell you about something real quick. I'm shocked to just see how many people are actually involved in crypto, and my family knew about it before I did, and they just left me out of the memo. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
Actually, it was actually a sibling that got me into Bitcoin. So my parents are kind of like, we don't understand where the value comes from, and when you have that mindset, it's hard to shake that mindset. It's like value is what people want. When people want something, it makes it valuable. And then, of course, the codes and everything in itself. But yeah, I've had several people, her being one of them, where you explain it, and actually helped her out with, setting up, getting on Coinbase and all that, sent her some Hex. And so, yeah, there's some people that are receptive. I had a guy come into my work that knows that, I invest in crypto, and he was like, oh, did you see, Bitcoin went back down to, 3,500, and he's like, you gotta be careful. I was like, I bought the dip, dude. And he's like, he looked at me like I was nuts, and he was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, I bought that.
I care nothing about Bitcoin should have been your response. Yeah, nothing about Bitcoin. I don't give a shit about Bitcoin.
Yeah. But like, I love a dip. Like, yeah. But yeah, I mean, people look at you like you're crazy. They're like, oh, it dropped like this. And I'm like, I bought the dip. But yeah, definitely with Hex. And I don't want to be one of those people, but, I had another friend, and, I was telling her about, she's like, this was just weird. And I'm like, well, let me tell you something. Invested this amount of money and this was like when, you know, Hex was pumping. And I was like, I put this amount of money in, and I kind of just flashed my Blockfolio, like, and she was like, well, so what does that mean? And I'm like, that means if
Oh my god.
yeah, like I don't want to be that person, but you know, that means
cash
right
out right now. I'm quitting
now,
my job.
like, she's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. And you know, people aren't used to the games, they don't understand that. And you know, so, you know, like I said, I'm a hodler, so 100% real. I have never sold any of the crypto that I have. Like I've only swapped. I ditched my Litecoin for Hex, all of it. I obviously, like, I don't hold that anymore, but
Amen. Chaotic Creations.
What's that?
A leader.
Hey, what's up, Johnny? Yeah, so I find that people were receptive, and then some people were like, yeah, there's no value in it. Where's the value come from? And I'm like, you know, you say that, but people have become, you know, millionaires, you know, with investments, especially, I mean, this is the best opportunity for Hex right now. I mean, it's so new, and I think in a few years, when people understand the concept even more, and I think it's going to explode, and we're all going to be the lucky ones right here. We'll do a stream then. We'll do a stream then.
Serena, how do your colleagues, friends, family view crypto? And if you've shilled Hex, what's been the feedback on that specifically?
My brother is in Hex, actually, and he has been in since I've been in Hex. And my mom, she doesn't really get it, but she's like, yeah, I want it. So she has Hex. So, and when I tell like friends and stuff, they just kind of like, they're just like, oh, it goes right over my head. I don't really understand. And then they say they have no money to invest. So it's just like, yeah, most people don't seem to be interested, unfortunately, but I'm having a hard time getting new people in, but yeah, I'm going to keep trying. So
did your mama claim that uni?
Did my mom what?
Did your mama claim that uni?
No.
Oh, no.
So I got her in early, so that was like the AA. So
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Too bad for that, but
yeah, no.
Yeah, I dumped all my uni.
Listen, Annette called me that morning, and she's like, "Girl, did you claim your uni?" And I was like, "Did I claim a what? Your uni?" Your brow, like, what are you talking? Uni what? And she's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so, like, I'm driving into work, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, oh, "You've got to get on here and claim this uni."
Oh my god, me! I'm like,
she's like,
I don't have
"Check it
any.
out."
I'm like, I don't have any information. Like, I don't know how long this is gonna be on for. I don't know. Like, you better get to work and do what you gotta do.
I just made $1,400 or $1,200, whatever. I don't even remember what it was, and I was like, "You did what?"
Yeah, it was the Hex stimulus check.
Yes, exactly.
Did you guys swap all your uni for Hex?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I got a really good ratio on mine, so I was happy.
I was having issues with mine, swapping it to Hex. I don't know why. There was a lot of issues that day going on, but
so many people claiming.
I would swap it for ETH, which pissed me off. It wouldn't let me swap for Hex for whatever reason. It was crazy, but of course, you know, the price of Hex was like perfect at that time, and then the opposite happened. Ethereum, and I'm sitting on it right now, like,
right.
Like, and Hex goes up, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But you know, it's free and whatever.
I wanted to go back on one thing you touched on, Serena, and that's, I guess, the difficulty of, say, onboarding somebody. Do you think that's because they don't trust it because of the, say, scam nature, just not of Hex, but crypto in general? Or is it just too complicated for them to, say, set up a wallet and, you know, go through the process?
I would say both, but more the too complicated part, because people don't really have a lot of, like, something that's actually really simple if you take the time to learn. They just, like, it's just too hard for them. They don't, I don't know, maybe they just don't take the time to learn, but yeah, definitely getting people to understand is more of the challenge, I find. So.
Comment from Into the Fire, Annette.
That's what we were just laughing at. We just saw that pop. Okay.
What's
you guys,
up, Into
you
the
guys
Fire?
give us topics and we'll go on there and we'll just shill the hell out of shit for you. No problem.
Kind of like
We'll talk about it. Sure.
The white version of Diamond and Silk. You ever see those two?
Absolutely.
You guys talk about crypto, they'll do politics. And, yeah. Where the heck were we? So Nomad, when it comes to, you know, crypto, how do your friends, colleagues, etc. view it? And oh no, we lost her. All right, we'll get her back.
Nomad's
Nomad's on the run. All right. So next up on the list, Sammy, and this is, I guess this goes back to Annette recently with the add hex to page 1. I just wanted to quickly touch on it. But the how important is it to, I don't know, you personally, or just the idea for Hex to get listed on major ranking sites like a CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko? Does it, you care? Do you think it, you know, it's a possibility? You'd rather see it sooner than later? What's that?
I said, Sammy, don't let us down here.
No, I think it was a really good campaign, Annette. You're so proactive in the community. I think it's fantastic, and you show a lot of passion for it, which I think it's fantastic, and I actually admire it. I mean, I'm really excited about the project, and, you know, I guess to see Richard Hart, which I've been watching since 2017, and I really have a lot of respect for the dude. He's very smart, and him to put all this work into this project and see these big douchebag companies gatekeeping him, it's really insulting. And I think it's great that Annette brought it to the community, and then we all jumped in, let them know. And even if we made a small ripple in that ocean, at least we let them know this is how we feel. This is not right. You know, we don't feel the way you're feeling. And they really, I mean, they've got a lot of money and they've got a lot of power, and that's what this is about. And, you know, we're just a small ripple in the ocean, but, you know, I guess we do make waves. And I think it was fantastic that Annette initiated that, and everyone jumped in and made our memes, and, you know, we all worked together as a team. And, you know, we might see something in the news in a couple of weeks, who knows, but at least we did something about it, and also let them know, hey, that's not right. Like, you know, that's wrong. And I mean, it's just, I think it's got to do with money and power, and they're never going to change, you know, but we did something, you know, and I think it's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was
100%.
it was a great day. You know, it, as far as the hashtag, you know, it kind of came out, I was just thinking, like, if we could get everybody, you know, together on, and we started doing it, and maybe like a week and a half later, I saw somebody wrote an article. I can't remember the name of the article right off the top of my head, but Hex was one of the, I don't know, Cabana Crypto, if you saw that, but right in the middle of, and maybe, you know, I could share it with you, but the middle of the article was titled Hex Hidden Ranking. And it did talk about, you know, protesting. So even just that little bit, and that's what gave me the idea. I'm like, you know what? Like, if we could get this out there, because everyone, you know, the gatekeeping pisses me off, like, really bad. I mean, because they're not messing with people, they're messing with people's money. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, like, do we need it? No. Would we benefit from it? Probably. So, you know, that's the thing with it. And I've never seen any crypto get kept like this. Like, I don't know what's going on, like, to be honest with you, and like, call it conspiracy theory, but I have never seen this. Like, there is risk in every crypto. Like, tell me if I'm wrong here. You know, listing all these new DeFi produce and all this, and you know, I just want, you know, consistency. You know, that's what I want to see. I want consistency. But I mean, you know, Sushi went down, and you know, CZ's like, oh, we told you there was risk in crypto. His merry way, and I'm like, okay, well, then what's going on here?
That's not what she said. She's getting PC right now, you guys.
I mean, it's very frustrating. I've never seen this before, and I think it's because the idea of Hex is so phenomenal that, you know, they are out there working day and night to get something comparable, which, you know, but when, you know, I'm hoping that's too late, but you know, Binance is showing their new stuff, and it's all about gatekeeping something that's amazing so they can get their profits first. I mean, it's all money, a money racket, but it pisses me off really bad. So,
I mean, you look at this community, and ever since I joined this Hex community, everybody's like, here's how the other day, I couldn't get on the Telegram. And I make one tweet, and I've got thousands of people that are like, hey, let me try and help you out. Let me try and get you here. And that's what Richard Hart does. He makes these videos, and he gives out these self-help books. You know, he does all of these things for free. I mean, and that's what the community is trying to do. They're trying to get the point across about Hex, and we're being gatekept. I mean, it's labeled as a scam. I mean, we are literally thrown under the bus every chance that we can possibly get, you know, and for what? I mean, everything else that's being, you know, advertised. Sushi coin. You know, yeah. I mean, there are things you can look at it and you can tell. You know, you just know right off the rip. But like, people are not doing their research, and people are not putting the phone down. Right, exactly. Here's me walking away for 6 hours, and I could have been like, you know, into this in 2017. My bad.
Right.
You know, it's frustrating. It's frustrating all around, you know, to see, you know, people, especially in a community like the one that we have, real people, and trying to get the word out about everything. And we're still labeled as a scam, and we're still not on page one.
Yeah. HEXyoda made a good comment on here. You know, the long states discourage trading. You know, exchanges rely on that. So, I mean, a number of things, I'm sure, that's causing it. But
last night on Discourse, we were talking about the percentage of staked Hex right now, and right now it's below 14%. And we were talking about how low that could go. But one thing that could benefit everyone, obviously, we want Hex to get out there, and, you know, the name and recognition. But hey, what if, you know, a coin market cap doesn't list it until November 20th after big payday? Then that helps everybody who was already in,
right,
big time. So
yep.
I'm me personally, I'm not in a hurry to get it out there. I would love to see it sometime after big payday, but I'm not too worried about it, you know, right now, because hey, we're all here. We've been in the project. Mm-hmm. Why not get a little extra benefit? And you know, if word gets out there after that, so be it. Serena, what's your take on the major ranking sites not listing Hex and gatekeeping?
Well, same like what you said, where you're kind of okay with it. I mean, it bothers me because, yeah, you want it to be showing the true like ranking, but I'm also okay to like have more time to just keep getting everybody in before big paydays. So I'm kind of okay with it as well.
Yeah, I'd like to get definitely, you know, friends and, you know, family in before big payday, but as to just general public, it's like, okay, well, we've been in as a community, so at this point, with 5 weeks left or whatever it is, or 7 weeks, come on. I'm not going to go out of my way to, if you haven't listened now, why am I going to, you know, break my back to try to get it? I'll start back up, you know, at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Hey, Nomad, you back with us?
Oh no.
Are you muted?
Nomad, just come over too. We'll just do this together.
We can't hear you. I'm gonna try one more time. Hey, Nomad. All right. All right. Well, hopefully, while she gets situated, maybe she can get the audio figured out. Just a general, more fun question. I'll start with you, Sammy. Just in terms of Richard Hart live streams, what's been your favorite or most memorable, live stream?
God, most memorable would be when he called the 2000, what was it? 2018 Christmas, 20K Christmas. That was most memorable. But yeah, I've watched a lot lately, and I've seen him cream some of the dickheads who, give it to him about how Hex is a big scam, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, they're interesting, but it kind of gets boring and old. Like, I mean, these guys, like, sometimes they just go way too far, and I'm like, just shut up. Like, I just don't like watching it. I mean, I like watching Richard, like, bring the shit out of him. Like, I really respect it, but, it just gets old. And, yeah, I mean, I suppose you guys feel the same. I mean, the comments, the videos, but it's great that Richard, he just doesn't give a shit. He's like, come on, bitch.
Yeah,
He's willing to take on anyone. So, I respect that. And I suppose it comes with it. If you're going to make a cryptocurrency, then, everyone thinks they're scammed. It's going to come with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Poor Richard. He tries to be nice, and then
I feel like people just spiral out of control on people. I mean, the other day he did this live stream, and gosh, it was 4 or 5 hours. I don't even remember. Somebody said something about dying. He's like, well, dude, just go fucking die then. I want to live, And he's just ruthless, and he doesn't give two shits. He really doesn't. I mean, he will just demolish the shit out of somebody in a heartbeat, and rightfully so. I mean, he's got a message that he's trying to get out to everybody, and he's trying to help people, and it just touches back on the comment I made earlier. I mean, the dude is a freaking genius. I mean, he really and truly is. And I mean, any stream, anything he puts out is there's commentary in there that is you save stuff. I mean, there are memes, there are GIFs, things that are created just out of his live streams.
I like Richard versus Peter.
Yeah, it becomes like an argument of what was most, I guess, perhaps informative, and like Sammy was saying, like the Bitcoin Christmas, something cool like that, or just like where he just demolishes somebody or wrecks somebody. And the Peter one will go down in infamy because that thing, I just get enraged thinking about it.
I could say nothing. He could say nothing else.
Scammer. Serena, you have a favorite Richard Hart live stream?
Yeah, other than the Peter one, I really like the one with Tone Bays because that was just hilarious.
Oh, that was the showdown, I think, in Asia, wasn't it? Where they had the debate, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I also like when Richard and HEXologist put the hats on together. I thought that was funny.
Oh, yeah. All right, just a more general question. I guess we'll start with you, Sammy. And again, this is a very broad, I guess, topic-based question. But what's your favorite part about Hex? And then that's the question. But I'm talking, is it people, the videos and the content that's created? We've got some fantastic written content. Of course, we have, an excellent project founder / designer in Richard Hart. Do you have a particular favorite part about Hex?
Yeah, the founder from the start, I really like Richard Hart. He's really smart, and he's a real tough cookie, and I like it. With the project, it is great. I mean, because we're in early, we're getting a lot of money for free, which is fantastic. But yeah, and also getting Uniswap free money, that was awesome. I think I got like 3 ETH I bought, so I was quite happy with that. Yeah, so Hex is just, the community is great. There's a lot of people I'm speaking to on Twitter about it, and we're getting more and more in there. And, and I've noticed everyone stands together. Like when someone gets smart or shit talks Hex, it's like everyone jumps in and says, hang on a minute, that's not right, which I like about it, the team sort of environment. But yeah, I think it's a really great project, and it's original, and it is the original DeFi. Like it's the start of something new, which I like. And, I mean, hopefully we're all going to make a lot of money from this, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, and it put Uniswap on the map. So,
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I wish I had more addresses.
Right.
We all do.
Oh, man. I should have had 2, 3, 4. But anyway, free money is good money. I'm thankful for what I got.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I did my last swap on Mooniswap just in case.
Yeah, I think I saw your tweet about that, and it was like, well, what if I create 12 accounts on Mooniswap and the same thing happen?
Right. Nobody could have seen this coming. I mean,
Yeah.
it was great. It was.
I'm like, that new or 12 accounts and gas prices just in case.
Yeah, so Annette and HEXtotheYES, favorite part about Hex? I know it's a pretty open question, but is there
Right.
one in particular?
Right. No, it is a really broad question. I mean, because there's so many sides to it. I mean, there's such an amazing community, and just like Sammy was saying, everybody just backs each other. It's incredible. It is unlike any community. And I mean, we're social beings by nature, 100%. I mean, even
You are.
Well, yes. Yes. I've never met a stranger. And that's what I love about this community is that even if you are, a keyboard warrior and all you do is make friends online, I mean, people are in this community that are just so welcoming, and there's just so many things about the project in general that is mind blowing. I mean, it's just what do you even say? I mean, yeah, gosh.
Pumpamentals.
The Pumpamentals.
Yeah.
Serena. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I feel like I'm on a winning team just with Richard Hart from the start, up at the top. He's a winner. He wants to win. He doesn't back down. He doesn't roll over. Like, I love that. So just from the top, the noobs, like, I think it's a great project. And also there's so many ways to win with it. And I do like that. If the staking percentage is down, usually people are buying. I mean, it all is a balancing act. The people that are staking, they're getting penalties. I mean, there's so many ways you benefit from Hex that you don't with other crypto. So, I mean, stakers are earning in so many ways. They're benefiting in so many ways, and it's kind of like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't you do that? So, I love it from the top to the bottom and everything in between.
Yeah, I think you brought up a great point about Richard in the sense that he's kind of, I think he intentionally does it, but it's not, in your face, but he's a great coach for the community. And, the fact of, say something like ghosting trolls and things like that, and, how to respond, to people. And it's like, okay, well, at the same time, if you get pushed enough, you know, some of these people do deserve it right back in their face.
Oh, absolutely.
I
mean,
absolutely.
Just absolutely refuses to take care of anybody, and that forces the. Well, it doesn't force us, but I mean, if we're, you know, involved in something, and we see that, you know, our leader, our cult leader, he's not bowing down to anybody. You know, he's not just gonna let the shit roll. I mean, he's right back in their faces with, okay, fucking prove to me how this is a.
We're fine. We have a backup stream on Dlive.
Feisty sometimes. But I mean, if you've got somebody who's refusing to let people absolutely diminish everything that he's created, you know, the community backs that. You know, everybody's like, yeah, and let me show you why, and let me tell you how. I mean, we're gonna be nice as much as we can, and then your mom's a shitcoin.
I think that's my favorite quote from the stream so far. So
yeah, your mom's a shit. That's what the title of this should be. Not Ladies of Hex or what, the Women of HEX Crypto.
I want to say it was very early on when she got onto like Hex Twitter, and somebody said something, and she posted that, and I was to know about shitcoins. Like, she was like, I don't know, but this guy fucking sucks. Crypto terminology. She's like, yeah, that guy's mom's a shitcoin, and I'm like, oh my god. She's like, did you tweet that?
I'm gonna add that to the description after the video. Yeah. As Serena, what's your favorite part about Hex?
Well, I love that the price is going up for sure. And I love the community. Like, honestly, watching Hexologist every night is like so exciting. As soon as that music starts, you're just like, yay. Like, I don't know. It's the best. Everybody's just so awesome. And I'm really excited. So, yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about, or I was talking about, I guess, you know, reaching your limit. And it's always funny to me when Hexologist kind of loses it on someone on Twitter because he's like so nice and composed. And
he is such a nice dude. Yes.
Every now and then he like reaches the point. He's like, all right, it's on now, you know. So.
Yeah. He was on was it Discourse the other night? Who was
last Friday?
Last Friday. It might have been last Friday, the Friday before, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, who was on it? I can't even remember who was there. He's like, "You're not going to talk about this community. We've built this community from the ground up," and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, that was Cultivate Crypto.
Cultivate, yeah.
Yeah, because he and Litecoin have a thing going, and I guess they were introducing that, and yeah, Hexo was like, well, wasn't it you that like months and months ago made a video against Hex and you never spoke up, you know, against it? You were fine with it, and now, yeah, I understood that one.
I think Hexologist streams it's like the glue that holds the community together. Everyone we talk about one topic, everyone gets excited about one thing, you know, or two things, and it really just brings everybody together. I mean, his show is definitely like that glue. Like, everyone waits for it. You know, we know, obviously, you know, we'll see news on Twitter about different things, and then he brings it up. It's really, I love it. I love the whole thing. I love the chat in it, and everyone, like I said, getting excited about the same things. So I'm looking forward to the live stream, day 300 there. So
yeah, I think I heard last night it might have been delayed by a day or two, but we'll see on that. But yeah, I totally agree on that, and yeah, I got like a puppy trying to beat down my door over here. Let's see what we got going on in chats. Oh yeah, the part with Hexo losing his mind for Johnny Chaos. Yeah, I think, you know, secretly we all kind of like it there. I was so mad I couldn't get in there. Yeah, that was the stream that I believe Annette and HEXtotheYES were referencing. Let's see. Next up, we're kind of moving down the list here. So amazing how quick these questions get answered and to the point. And when, you know, I bring the dudes on, that goes on for hours and hours and hours. So props to you ladies. Someone mentioned it at the very beginning, but the aspect of the penalties. So right now we're at 108 feet, 800 million, 815 million actually, penalties. What do you see that figure being around big payday? Do you think we're going to get a spike? Do you think, you know, it could go, because if we're on the main trajectory, I think we were at 1.3 to 1.5 billion by the time big payday rolls around. So you have two schools of thought on it, I think. One, we kind of stay on that trajectory and we get to big payday and it falls as it's been going. Another one is Litecoin Moses theory, which I'm starting to subscribe more to, and there's going to be a whole lot going on right around before and after, during and after big payday, where people are going to be readjusting. There's going to be this realization of what the share rate means and how significant that is in your stakes and timing, and that the uncertainty, the readjusting. He's thinking it could be in the tens of billions. So you have a take on it, Sammy? I know we're just spitballing, but, you know, for a penalty amount by a big payday?
It'll be interesting either way. The more the better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You have a figure in mind?
Oh, well, if it's at, 800 million now, we've got, how many days to be paydays at 60 days?
We're around that.
September, October, 60 days. Yeah, we'll say if we're nearly done, we're 80% done. Maybe, I don't know, a billion between 1.5 billion, yeah.
All right. So you're kind of on the same trajectory, you know, kind of stays consistent. How about HEXtotheYES and Annette? Do you have an idea on penalties, what your take is?
It's going to get wild. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people staking. Penalties wise, geez. If there's a big pump before big payday, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are not informed that are going to be trying to end stake early. I don't know. There is no telling. So
it's a fun question. I figured I'd ask. We'll only know the answer after the smoke break.
Right. Yeah. We'll say maybe 1.5.
Yeah, I like that number.
I don't know.
It would be amazing if it was, you know, insane, you know, cajillion. I mean, we're going to create numbers here. But, I mean, there's no way of even knowing. We all know what we hope for. I mean.
Yeah, I've raised mine to at least 3 to 5 billion. I think it could get that crazy or crazier. Serena, what do you think?
Yeah, I think a lot more than what it is for sure. I was thinking around that number is closer to 2 or 3. But yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people that will be end staking early for sure and taking those penalties to restake and yeah.
And this goes on beyond big payday too. I mean, that's one of the beauties of Hex. So your hands are really strong, and someone emergency end stakes just because the price is good one day. Well, more penalties go into that system. So I just love the design. I don't think, forgive me if I didn't, Serena, but maybe I didn't ask you on the last go around. Do you have a favorite part about Hex?
Yeah, I was saying the price that it's always going up. So of course I love that.
Okay.
And, I really enjoy watching Hexologists every night. So, and just the community part about it is awesome. So.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to leave you out
and
there.
Richard, of course. So.
Absolutely. All right, a little more price before we go into the final stages here. So, Sammy, any price predictions before, during, after big payday? Do you think we get to a penny, more, less? What do you think?
It's hard to say. You know, price is hard to work out, and you know, also like the world's going through a lot of changes at the moment financially. So it's a really hard one. I mean, I'm not real good with price predictions, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, if we get to 1 cent before big payday, it'd be nice. But I don't know whether we will. And also, I can see a lot of people probably ending their stakes after big payday and take off with their money, which I think is silly. As we all know, there's more gains to stay in longer. So I'm expecting a dip, you know, probably after big payday. But then, you know, who worries about price? As Richard Hart says, don't worry about price for at least 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving it 2 years to see how it goes.
HEXtotheYES. Annette, any thoughts on the price?
Hex to $1 by big payday. No. Same as Sammy. You know, it's so hard to. It would be great if it was at 1 cent by big payday. It would be great if it was at 5 cents by big payday. It's just so unpredictable. I mean, it really just depends on what people do.
Yeah. And that's why big payday is going to be so exciting, I think, is nobody knows. So, I mean, it's an impossible question to answer, but I just figured it's always fun to speculate. So, yeah.
That's $2.
Well, yeah.
My thoughts on it, I don't know if it will pump on big payday before big payday. I think you could get some of that. I think prior to, maybe a week before, but with cent state, I think you're going to see a lot of people selling as well. So people are either going to sell or they're going to stake right before big payday on their trust in what Hex does. You know, that's my thought on it. I think there's going to be a lot of people selling too. It would be, it's kind of what I mean, and I it's not that I don't want the price to go up, but it wouldn't be a bad scenario if it you know, stays around this and then pumps afterwards. So
yeah, there was some discussion last night of throwing in some low bids just in case things really do get volatile, and you know, you have some extra capital to throw in, and you just happen to get one of those lucky wicks down if it happens to do so, and you end up with you know, adding to your stack there. What are your thoughts on the price, Serena?
Sorry, Crypto Cabana. Who are you talking to?
Oh, I was saying, Serena, what are your thoughts on the price?
I honestly, sorry, I didn't hear you. I honestly have no idea what it's going to do, of course, but I'm hoping that maybe it'll be like a penny or something, if not more. And I don't know. I have no idea. So.
Yeah, it could be 1 cent by end of this year, early next year, and $1 through. Yeah, we can dream, bro.
That would be nice.
a lot can happen.
What will happen?
Yeah, a lot's going to happen. I can't wait. Like I said, I took it off work, and I'm like, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm going to be on. I'm going to be sitting with some popcorn and
We're going to Sammy's house. She's got the beverages, I see.
Throw something on the coffee. Yeah.
Same here, just waiting to retire.
All right, this one has come in through the chat quite a bit here, so I figured I'd ask it. But it's just in regards to the Staker app. I know my thoughts on it. I can't wait because we were touching on this earlier, is the onboarding. It needs to be easier. Yeah. I can't wait for it because then I can finally, everybody I show it to, it's like, oh, I don't understand. It's too complicated. Okay, it's not anymore. I think that is a huge step for Hex and the community and just the overall, you know, ecosystem that we got going on here. While Sammy gets situated, are you situated, Sammy?
Sorry, losing charge.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
yeah. So
Sorry.
you're all good.
What's the
We'll wait for you to get back. Annette and Hex to the yes. Thoughts on the Staker app?
Exciting. That can, I love, that with Hex, I mean, you don't even have to get on a laptop to is switching to, ease. Cell phones are easy. So anything is going to benefit Hex tremendously. Being able to do that from an app on a phone makes it easy, easy to keep track of. You got your phone all the time. If you are somebody that watches price and you anything, having it right in your pocket's that's beneficial all the way around. I'm excited for it. So
it's just maybe the ease of explaining it to somebody else and them not being intimidated, one, by crypto, and two, by, or say, the scamminess that they're used to hearing, not of Hex, just in crypto in general. There's so much skepticism. And then the actual ease of, buying and staking.
Yeah.
And making that, just streamlining that process, it's going to be huge. I can't wait. Sammy, any thoughts on the Staker app?
Yeah, it should be fun, nice and easy. I've had a few issues with my MetaMask. Like I've literally from when it started, I did everything on my Samsung Note 10, and it was just easy. And then I started having a few issues, and then I think I went to Chrome on my phone, and then that was working. Then all of a sudden that wasn't working. So now I do it from a laptop. But, I'm a kind of person, I'm on the go a lot. So I want to see, my stakes. I've got an end stake. I want to see, So the Staker app will be really good, and hopefully it will be easier to onboard our family and friends. So all you got to do is this, blah, 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 1, 2, 3, you're in,
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to it. It's great that people are doing this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Serena, your thoughts on the Staker app?
I'm excited for it for sure, but yeah, can't wait till it comes out, and hopefully it'll make everything easier. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say because I haven't tried it, so I don't know.
Yeah, there are some on there though. Johnny Chaos, has tried it and he's super, super excited about it, which gets me excited for it. All right, before we take it home here, just do a little lightning round of some quick Hex questions. We'll go around the room, starting with Sammy. What's the best Hex to ETH ratio you've ever received?
I think it was day 17.
Nice.
Where I remember Richard Hart had a live stream and he's going, 1 ETH equals like 1 million Hex today. And I'm like, sweet. And I'd actually put some ETH already in. And I think I got around about, I don't know how much, I put like bugger all in. And I got like 400 and something thousand for day 17. So that was awesome. So I just staked that out. I think I staked it for a few years. That was before I was like educated on how to do it all. So in the early days, I had a stake ending like in a couple of months. I thought I'll try it out and see how it goes. It's only like a couple of thousand Hex. And I did that, and that was sweet. But now I've like staked all my stakes out like 15 years because, making the money. About 450,000, which will turn out over 1 million within a few years.
Very nice.
So
Awesome. Congrats. Annette and HEXtotheYES?
I was just sitting here trying to think I know I didn't get in until early April, which was
so you're
apparently a good time in comparison to now, but I didn't get the sweet, early stuff like some people did. But I went in on my my first buy, so I couldn't tell you what it was, to be honest with you. I don't even remember. I would love to answer that, but and not as good as Sammy's probably.
Right.
So.
And I didn't know enough about it then when I got in, and she's like, "How much you get?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, oh.
Let me show you how you find out.
Right. I was so green, guys. I can't even tell you how green I still am. You can ask me about another crypto, and I'm like, Hex? What? Hex? Right. If you're not talking to me about Hex, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm still so green in this whole community. I mean, it is ridiculous. It really is. But I honestly couldn't tell you what I got in at, what percentage I got in at, what day it was. I couldn't tell you any of that. It was
How about the
like,
I love it. It's
it was
awesome.
April. It was April. It was probably toward the end of April. I think I got in maybe a week or two after Annette did, and she's like, "Girl, what are you doing?" I was like, this is too good to be true. I mean, I was as skeptical as you possibly could be, and she's like, "Do this." Converted over to Hex, and I'm like, "Buy a what? Convert to who?"
And I would tell her
What is
like
a
what
hex?
it was like because I didn't want to make Ethereum Classic.
Like, guys, I'm at work, and she's like, "Send me a screenshot." Then send it over to her. Okay, now send me a screenshot. I'm like, "I'm trying to work here." And she's like, "I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it." And then, gosh, I want to say like a week later, I picked up the phone and I called her and I was like, "Girl, I've just made X." And she's like,
That's
I'm
what I was
telling
just
you,
like pumping.
I was, yes. And she's like, just hold on to this. Just hold on to this. Just keep going.
Yeah.
But really, to be fair, just back to the original question, I couldn't even tell you. I bought an ETH and got some Hex, and I continue to buy ETH and buy Hex. I mean, it's
And swap your uni for Hex.
right.
Yeah. Serena, I have a feeling since you were one that was involved before the project even launched, you might have a sweet ratio. What you got?
Well, my best one was day 31.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
1 month in.
Sorry?
I said 1 month in, that was like the sweet spot there. I think it was like 25 to 45, something like that.
Yeah, I think day 33 was a really good day or something. I can't remember, but yeah. And my worst ratio was, of course, day 1 when I FOMO'd in. So that was the worst.
Did you like go hard in, or just kind of like throw a little bit in?
Well, I only got 47,500. So that wasn't a lot. That was like $100 or $150 I put in, I think. So it wasn't like crazy, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I admit I was in on day 1, but that was just for a taste to get used to how it was going to work. And then I was patient with it after that. But yeah, I did want to be a part of it at the beginning, but I was disciplined, thankfully. All right. Confession time. Sammy, have you done an emergency end stake yet?
No, I haven't. I
You sound
was
disappointed.
thinking-
Don't be disappointed.
I know. I was like, girl, it's great.
No, I've got one ending on November the 7th, which I'm just in time for a big payday. It's around about 70, 75 grand. So I'll knock that off and just restake. I've got a bigger one also ending, I think, next year. But I thought, no, I don't know, because you lose all your interest, don't you?
If you emergency end stake it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll just restake it when I'm time. I'm not greedy, you know. As long as I make some decent money, I'm happy. So not thinking of emergency unstaking yet.
Yeah. Annette and Hex, yes. Done any?
I have not.
You're
No,
committed.
I've not
Staking,
sold
no.
anything. I've got rid of uni for Hex, but that's about it.
No one staking here.
Mm-mm.
Serena, any emergency end stakes?
Nope.
Strong hands, all of them.
God, lady.
Right.
Everybody in the chat, take note. All right.
Right.
All right, Sammy, do you have another crypto that you're bullish on that's not named Hex, or are you a Hex maximalist?
No, I love Hex. I love F. I think that'll do really well long term. And also I'm a bit of a Stinky Linky fan. I do have a fair bit of Link, and I think, you know, just by looking at the charts, it's already doing really well. And I love watching that go up and down. So yeah, I have full faith in the other ones, you know, I have a tiny, tiny little bit of Bitcoin, but, you know, it's not moving. So I'm more, you know, I'll go with the ones that go up, you know.
Swap it up for X, girl.
That's right. What about you guys?
No, I'm straight up Hex all the way. That is literally the only
Hex
crypto-
Maxi right here.
Cool.
crypto I've ever bought or yeah. I didn't even hold on to my unit.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Annette?
I only hold two cryptos, and it's Hex and Bitcoin. That's it.
I thought you were going to say ETH.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hex and Bitcoin. I got in early on Bitcoin, so I've done okay with it. I think there's a lot more stupid money that's going to be pouring into that. So in the future, so I'm just holding on to that, not because I think it's, you know, the technology is great or anything like that. I see it as like that name brand security that I think more stupid money will be pouring. Could be wrong, but as of now, it's suited me. So, but outside of that, I don't have anything else. I got, and they're complete opposites. So, complete.
Yeah, I mean, I love diversification, and if you want to diversify, you know, Bitcoin and Hex that's fine in my book for pieces of a portfolio. Serena, other cryptos aside from Hex?
Yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum for sure, and I also think that Tron will do well. I got it back in like 2017 and thought it was possibly a shitcoin, and then I don't know. I think with all the marketing and all the like, they're getting popular with gaming and all that stuff, that I think in the next bull run they're going to start to like do really well, and a lot of people will pick that up. And I also think that Syndicator and Aave are probably going to do good, but just my opinion. I don't know what I'm talking about, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I like Aave.
Neither do I.
That makes like two of us. I know about Hex, sort of.
All right, only got a few left here. Sammy, what's your shortest Hex stake?
I already unstaked that when I was telling you about that 2001.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about it. I sort of staked out like 2 years mostly. Like I try to time in with the next bull run.
Yeah.
And then like Richard Hart's, well, when the project was advertised, they said it was like around about a 2 year, you know, 2 years was a good time frame. So I had a quite a few stakes heading in the next couple of years. But you know, if I pull it out and it's not at a good price, not going to change my life, I'll put it back in, make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And your longest?
I think I staked a couple of ETH the other day on uni. 15 years out of the 555 days or whatever. So yeah, 15 years out, and I plan hopefully if the price drops a bit, I am going to make another one before big payday, and I'll push that right out to the 555 days too.
Nice. Annette and Hexa, yes, shortest and longest.
Ooh, so my shortest, when I first got in, I was like, I don't, you know, this is when I first got in, and I knew like, okay, you can get. I have one ending the payday, and that was my first stake. I was like, okay, but then I started learning about everything else. So the shares and the length and all that. So I have like I'm kind of set up like every 6 months now, and then 5, 10, 15, they're smaller stakes, but just longer. So
I just staked it all. I staked it all for the long run.
Hey, I'm on both ends. I got 1.5 years all the way up to 15. Serena, how about you?
My shortest is, or is this my longest, or you want to know?
Both, yeah.
Both, right? Okay. So shortest is 1 year, and my longest is 15.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right, last one before we wrap it up, and this is I think the most fun question. So hypothetical situation, it's 2022, maybe around Christmas time, who knows. Hex hits a dime. Sammy, what's the first thing that you buy?
So I reckon the first thing, if I put out a bit of a big stake, so probably around about, I don't know, I've got some like 500,000, 1 million stakes coming probably out in the next couple of years. So, you know, if it hit, you know, yeah, like 10 cents a dime, yeah. Like, yeah, I'd, you know, if I pulled it out, I'd probably like pay off my mortgage first thing, and then second preference is maybe go on a holiday and buy that second property maybe.
Heck
That's
yeah.
probably priority. Not too exciting, but we'll see what happens. What about you, Crypto Cabana?
If it does that, and I'm on an island somewhere, but no, I'm exactly like you. I want to pay off the house. That's probably the first thing that I do, in conjunction with retiring, and then we'll figure out something else after that. But I'm sure I would also, you know, reinvest a lot of that, and yeah, I don't want to start to get stupid and, you know, do all the stuff that you see on Twitter.
Lambos and prostitutes.
Terrible investments, buying cars, and it's just like, that's not me anyway. I mean, I love driving them, but actually, you know, buying one, I think is, you know, a little bit silly. But
yeah,
actually, Annette, you know,
dude, I'm just trying to pay my car off. That's all I want to do. But yes, that's what I'm looking at, is paying things off. I haven't even really. You dream and you think like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to work again. I'm going to go to Italy and I'm going to go to France.
That's what the question's about.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's. Oh man, I would indebted to no one.
Nice. Annette?
Now, I definitely like the house. Like I think that's probably everybody's first goal, unless they hit it so big they're just like, screw this house, I'm getting another one. But yeah, definitely that. And then like my biggest thing would be like retiring before 40. Holy cow. Like, oh, I would love that. That would be a dream come true. Like, it wouldn't matter after that. Like, I would just be a happy woman. So.
Absolutely.
Nice. Serena?
I would buy a big ass house with a pool, and then I would invest and buy a few businesses, and yeah.
So party at your house then.
Yeah. You're all invited.
What kind of businesses, Serena? Like real estate or?
Yeah, I want to get into real estate and just any business.
That's definitely,
passive income that I don't have to be there and, you know, get people to run that for me. And
big ass apartment complex.
I just want a taco truck. I would love to have a taco truck. Run around shilling tacos.
That would be awesome.
Right?
But this is why our female Hexicans are awesome, because nobody said they're going to go out and buy stupid stuff. It was paying down debt or paying off a house or how can I reinvest in myself. I mean, this is why our community is so badass, in my opinion. We got a lot of smart people in here. All right, so we're going to put a bow on it. Current plans for big payday, Sammy. What you got going on? What are you going to be doing?
Probably boring for me because I work full time from home at the moment. So it's on a Thursday, I believe, big payday falls on. So just working from home, same day. But yeah, I'll be excited.
Next to yes and Annette.
Well, you see it right down there. Chaotic Creations parties at Serena's. So we're all heading over to Serena's. Serena. Right. Australia's on lockdown. We're going to Serena's. I honestly haven't made any plans. I told Annette probably a month ago. I said, "Girl, I took it off," and she's like, "You took it off?" And I was like, and she's like, "I'm gonna do it too." I'm like, "What?" We may live stream again. We may be all over this live stream on Big Payday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hexo's doing one, so it'd be awesome if our female Hexicans could get on that, because I think he's doing a 24-hour. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Be fun.
My big
It's so much fun.
I'm not gonna be at work. That's what I know.
Hell no.
That's like I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be glued to like everything that day. I'm gonna have like Hexo and then like all my stuff up, and it's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait.
Oh, neither can I. Serena, what are your plans?
Just to be home all day and on Twitter and watching any stream that shows up, and just I don't know. I'm gonna be really excited, and watching streams pretty much, and just chilling with my brother. So I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's fun when you have somebody to like watch with, or I don't, for people who are, they don't have other people like that are in Hex around them. Like those live streams are killers, they're gonna definitely. But it is nice. Like it is nice having somebody, onboarding somebody and getting them excited, and then being able to talk about Hex.
That's cool.
Scenario. Like I love that. I love that. So I got a couple people like that. So it's fun. Hope
I'm sure they're all setting the phone down like I did.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Trees, here she goes again.
There she goes. She's talking about it again.
She's on her rant.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. So can't wait to hear from Richard Hart.
Oh, I know. I hope he's in this channel right now. Yeah, checking out the show.
Hey, Richard.
And thank you, Richard.
You can call me bitch. I know, right? You can call me bitch whatever you want. Go for it. We were talking about this. We were talking about how we were coming on here, and she said, I was reading her the questions. I was like, don't tell anybody you're coming on here. I was like, we've got to do this, and she was like, I kind of want to just. I said something. I said, when they ask me how I got into Hex, I'm going to be like, well, Richard Hart's my baby daddy. And she's like, oh my gosh. I was like, are you serious right now? Just kidding.
The secret is out.
Right.
Secret's
I
out.
don't even know the guy.
All right. Well, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. Nomad, I'm sure she'll watch the rest of it later. So thanks to her for.
Oh, man. Stoked she jumped on. Yeah.
Yeah, I sent her the link right before, and I was like, hey, just on a whim, if you're able to do it. I did the same thing with Annette, and it was just awesome to see you pop up or pop in with too cool. I'm so glad we did this. And
absolutely.
It's, just another example of how awesome our community is. And, I'm not a maximalist or anything, but Hex is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
And, I can't wait for Big Payday. It's going to be such an exciting event for everybody watching the stream. Of course, I didn't know Annette was going to pop in, so I'll link to her Twitter down there. I'll put everything in the description. Serena's in there. Sammy's in there. HEXtotheYES is in there. I'll put Nomad in there as well. So follow them on Twitter. That's about all I got. For us in the States here, I guess they're in North America. I guess have a great day.
Yeah, Sammy, definitely thanks for staying up for us, girl.
It's
Serena,
like closing time over there.
Yes, absolutely, guys.
It's like 1:30 a.m.
I've been wanting to talk to Serena for a while. Like she's in, I always say hey to her.
Fangirls.
I love all the women in crypto. I'm just like, So yeah.
She said, who's gonna be on this stream? And I said, he just told me Serena's gonna be on and Sammy's gonna be on, and she's like, no way, we gotta do this.
It's so good to meet you all.
Yeah,
yes, agreed.
Awesome.
You guys are badass. And listen, if somebody makes a t-shirt, I need it to say your mom's a shitcoin. Okay? Or a hat. If Hex Force Size is listening and Hex Toys, I need a your mom's a shitcoin sort of something. And a hex symbol. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
I got a couple t-shirts ordered that I'll be wearing around Big Payday, so I can't wait. I don't have the mama's shitcoin, but you might inspire me there, so we'll see.
Make it and just ride them across the forehead.
Somebody in the Hex community is working on this as we speak. Yeah. It's going to be like posted on her Twitter.
Yeah, we'll see that pop up later today, and she'll retweet it. You'll be like, somebody make me a shirt, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for
Thank you.
organizing. This is great. So glad we finally got to do it, y'all.
Hey, kids.
Hey.
Well, hey. We'll see you guys.
All right.
See you
Bye.
later.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Bye.